Okay, Jez, see if you know any of these words. Bezzy, tunage and yeesh. And it's not a typo on the auto cue. These aren't your typical Scrabble word winners, but from today, you're allowed to use them. They're among 6,500 new words which have been added to the official dictionary that players of the popular board game use. John Hamilton is the president and rule maker of the ACT Scrabble Association in Australia. He's been playing the game competitively for over 12 years and has seen many new inclusions to the game. To tell us more, he joins us now from Canberra. Great to see you. Thanks for your company.
Oh, hello there. Thank you.
Okay, so these new words, do they sound like ones that you would use in a Scrabble game?
Oh, some of them are, but a lot of them, especially some of the longer ones that have come in and the ones with multiple of the same duplicate letters, I probably wouldn't be using as much.
So give us an example of what sorts of words you would sort of think were okay, acceptable, and what words would not be okay.
Well, I was having a look at the new list today, and fire hose is a new one that's coming in, which surprised me. I thought it would have already been there, being the hose that a fireman uses. The same with ear hole. The hole going into your ear, so...
Okay,
yeah.
and this is because often they're sort of punctuated with a dash in between. They're kind of seen as double barrels.
Yeah, a dash or two separate words, or in some cases they've in past they've been capitalised letters, but not anymore. In sometimes.
Okay, we've seen so many more words updated. I think the official figure was usually these words are updated every 5 years, but this time it's come 3 years later because the pace of language is just changing so quickly because of Twitter and social media. Are there too many words? 6,500 new words is quite a lot. Are there too many to kind of get your head around to make them even worthwhile adding to the dictionary?
That's... If you ask the average competitive player, they'd say no, because there's just... The more letters you have, the more combinations you can make on the board, the more plays you can make, and especially when you've got bad letters. I've noticed W's coming in. If you've got lots of V's, that will be helpful to get rid of them all. So for the competitive player, the answer is no.
So what does this mean for the various generations of Scrabble players? Where do people sit? I mean, are people fundamentalists about this sort of thing?
Somewhat, especially newer players that come in and they come to our club and play games and they say, well, that's not a word, I have never heard of that, that makes no sense. But the competitive players, for the most part, understand that English is an evolving language, especially with technology coming in. Lots of new words come into English that way.
And there are some that go out as well, aren't there? It's uncommon, but it does happen. Spellings and words that become obsolete, no longer part of our language, they do get deleted from time to time, but not with this update.
Jonathan, do you see times like this as a time when I'm just thinking about the family sitting around the Scrabble board, right? Grandma's their daughter and their daughter's teaching their daughter, and you're sitting around there going, that is a word, that isn't a word. Generationally, we have changed so much, and generally you teach your kids Scrabble. I'm sure I'm teaching my child Scrabble in a totally wrong way because I'm using words that I learnt 20 years ago.
The people who play around the kitchen table or socially, they're free to play however they want, but the official word list that's been changed, these new words are specifically for club and tournament play, so there's just a universal word source. I know when I started playing I was only about 11 or 12, and the words that the Scrabble Club gave me caused lots of arguments with my mother. So.
Why did you start playing? What attracted you to the game?
I actually had no interest in it at all, and I was in Year 7 at high school, and the local Scrabble Club came and gave a demonstration game and say, would anyone like to join the club? And I was the only one that joined, and so I got in that way.
Now, you both have spoken about this notion of sitting around the dinner table or whatever and having these arguments about language. Maybe that's part of the whole thing. That's perhaps a good thing, that people are sitting down and talking about language and what's in or what's out and where the meaning ultimately is being conveyed.
Yeah, that's right, and I got thinking today, a lot of English words have become English words from other languages, like karate has come from Japanese and vodka has come from Russian. So all these English is just a mix of all these other languages come in, so it's made me think a lot more about the language itself.
Okay, Jonathan, so any advice for... I mean, you have differentiated quite a lot about the kitchen table family kind of Scrabble to the competitive nature of Scrabble. In the competitive field, 6,500 new words. What advice would you be giving to people who are likely to be competing against you? Is it really going to shift the game a little bit more up a gear?
In previous experience, it says no. We learn the new words. People who play competitively, we learn the new words, but it doesn't change the game drastically, no. Just Yeah, not much.
Well, we appreciate your time.
You have.
You haven't actually dropped any sort of strangely, oddly new words on us. So
Would you
we're
like
grateful for
would you like me to do
Yeah,
that?
go on, sing us
Do
up
it.
with a few.
Okay, so aji it's a type of pepper that's coming in.
Okay.
And
oh, I know where that comes from. I think it could be a part of a Japanese thing. Go again. See if we can get one.
Okay, soju, S-O-J-U.
Jez, it's yours.
It sounds like alcohol.
It actually is. It's from South Korea.
Yes. John Hamilton, thanks so much. Great to chat. See you soon.
No worries, thank you.
Oh, very good.
Well done, Jez.
yeah, no,
Good to know where your
No, but you
knowledge
would know
lies.
that. Isn't shoju a Japanese?
Short chew is that like plum thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you just guessed it randomly
I did,
and got it wrong.
And I got it right.